This is The Gorge. It is a podcast where my friend Sara and I gorge ourselves on overanalyzing a topic. And today is a very special day. Sara, what are we talking about this week?
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the 2018, the second annual Gorgies, the worst named event in gaming awards. I'm your host, Sara, and I'm joined tonight by Benjamin. And tonight, we will be discussing the luminaries of the industry. We will be awarding those standout titles that have brightened our lives this year and made the fucking nightmare that is 2018 just a little bit better.
Just a little easier. A little these Cadillacs of games.
these Angus beef, you know? That which sustains us, which nourishes our bodies and keeps us going, despite the fact that we live in a cyberpunk dystopian hellhole and have to sustain like this for as long as possible. At the very fucking least, we've got video games. Kinda. This year was rough. Yeah.
Folks, I'm not gonna lie to you, we had to scrape.
We really had to kind of scrape the bottom of the barrel. AAA gaming was really on the ropes this year. I mean, I guess not every year can be a 2017. I know this, but boy, they didn't even really try. There was really, I mean, like, if you like sad men, sad mediocre white men, then boy, 2018 was the fucking year for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, boy howdy, yeah, you had some real champions there.
Yeah, thanks. But for the rest of us living in reality, who had to, like, you know, play 2017 and all of the varied protagoni, it was a downgrade. It was a downgrade. So 2018 was a bad year in general, and by God, we are gonna drink some wine and send this shit out like a Viking funeral. We are gonna put 2018 on a boat, and we are gonna push that boat into a lake, and then Ben, I didn't tell you this, but you are gonna shoot 2018 with a flaming arrow.
Well, I'll give it my best shot, but all things considered, I'll probably miss the target, so the year goes out on a whimper.
Womp womp. So, yeah, welcome to the Gorgies. Do we want to get started?
Yes, I think so.
I didn't plan that bit at all, by the way. I was coming up with that on the cuff, and I think it went great. Not to part the curtain too much and ruin the illusion, but you know what? That's 2018. Yeah. All of our hopes and dreams come crushing down around us. So, hey, let's get this shit started with a bang. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, well, you can go first and I'll do the next one, and then we'll just alternate like that, yeah.
Okay. So, to get tonight started off, we have a new category. We at the Gorge, we here at the Gorge are visionaries, honestly. Luminaries, if you will, to reference back to Dragon Quest XI. We innovate, is what I'm saying. We don't do the same awards every year. We come up with new ones. We're not stale like some of those other gaming awards that will, go unnamed. We do it right. We come up with new shit every year. And this year, we have the award, the Hannibal Buress Whack Moment of 2018 award. And the nominees are...
This award, just to explain, this award is for the wackest moment of the year. The moment that was just whack.
Just whack, man. You know, it's not a misstep. We've got an award for that, too. This is instead more like the news that when you hear it, you just kind of go, man, that's whack. It sucks. That's 2018. Really, you could use that to describe all of 2018. 2018 itself was the biggest whack moment of the decade. So it's only fair that we honor it in this way this year. So the nominees are Kingdom Hearts 3 copies were leaked and distributed by some goon. The best friends breaking up after 9 years. And Toei trying to kill Dragon Ball fighters at tournaments. And endangering that it might not even be at EVO. So, that's cool. And the winner is... Of course it's the best friends breaking up. Let's be real. That shit's so fucking whack.
Of course. Like, that is, like... That is the wackest shit that it could ever be.
The wackest it's ever been. Waking up on a Sunday morning at 6 a.m. because I had, like, a bad dream. And then I checked my phone, and it was like, super best friends. The end. Oh, that's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, right
Merry
in the middle.
Christmas.
Right in the middle, smack dab in between one horrible playthrough and one other horrible playthrough. After wrapping up another horrible playthrough.
Can you believe I went on like a 20 tweet rant about how much I hate Reboot Virgil? And can you fucking believe that piece of shit took his revenge on me by killing the best friends?
But by just like the last full LP they will ever do as a group under that moniker. It's Virgil's fucking downfall.
Virgil's fucking downfall. A DLC that is just a wet fart.
The worst part of the worst Devil May Cry.
Oh, God. The least fun, the least interesting gameplay, the least good bosses. Like, not to turn this into a shit on DMC fest again, but hey, we're here. It's 2018. This is a shit on DMC fest. The Virgil's downfall doesn't even have the decency to have a Dante rival fight. You just kill him in a bad cutscene, and then you fight the same enemy you already fought once before.
And then your big duel moment is with Virgil, which is just a reused fucking. You already did that fight.
He already did that fight, and he's got a bad moment where he's not on screen and you can't do anything, so you just kind of stand there. Boy, that killed the best... I can see how that killed the best friends. Honestly, that makes sense, because you gotta think about it. Wooly finally got to fucking play Virgil in the actual, like, course of an LP, and it's Virgil's downfall. So it's also the best friend's downfall. So, Congratulations, the breaking up of the best friends. You are the most whack moment of 2018.
Yay. I hope, beyond hope, that it's just, they just kind of realized the thing wasn't working anymore. I hope it wasn't a big fight, you know?
It was probably, Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was probably some kind of fight, because there's always those rumors. But, you know, it sucks. It just sucks, man. It's just whack. That's really all you can say, you know? Like, boy, that's fucking whack. And then, not to be outdone, of course, Toei made a push for it at the end of the year.
They snuck their ballot in, like, at the last, they just right under the radar, man.
We had the list compiled, and we were like, man, we really don't have, I mean, there were a lot of, like, really minor whack moments, but not enough to kind of justify, I guess you could say, like, the leak of DMC5, like, its prologue was pretty whack, but it turned out to not be too whack, because it's all, like, stuff that's in the first, like, hour of the game, so it's fine. So we were like, man, we don't have a lot of major moments to be like, that was whack. And then here we are, end of the year, Toei just comes kicking the door down. They're riding high on, like, everybody's goodwill about the Broly movie, because generally speaking, it sounds like everybody enjoyed the Broly movie, even if it was stupid. And, you know, it's like, man, you know, maybe Toei isn't that bad. Wrong. Toei is always that bad.
No, they're always, like...
Consistently.
It's exactly that same thing where, like, the thing about, like, Square Enix being really stingy about Final Fantasy content and Smash Brothers. It's like,
yeah.
Why? What?
This is free advertising for you to make people buy your video game.
It's free real estate.
It's free real estate. You know, like, why?
Why? You are in, like, the most, the prestigious category you can be. Everyone loves fighters.
Yeah.
Everyone it is one of the most popular and interesting fighting games of all time. In no small part to the fact that the best fighters player on the planet won the Best Pro Gamer award, like, a month ago.
Yeah.
Maybe you should bank on that.
Maybe you should bank on that popularity and let people, like, really play the hell out of some fighters, you know? But no, this is Toei we're talking about. A company that has never once passed up the opportunity to fuck up. So, thanks, guys.
If it can save them money somehow, they will do it.
They will do it. Doesn't matter. They are gonna wring every last fucking drop of blood from this stone. Even though they've already done that to One Piece. Whoops.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? It's still not as whack as the best friends breaking up because I'm still sad about it. It's been 3 weeks and I'm I can't even listen to a video from them yet. Like the video of easy mode getting unlocked in the middle of the Virgil fight. It came across my Twitter the other day. And I couldn't even watch it. I had to scroll past it. I was like, I'm so sad. So
I haven't checked into any of Pat or Wooly's streams, but I have been able to drag myself to watch episodes of Wahapa. And that's about as far as I can get.
Actually, I think that leaving the best friends already gave Matt brainworms. Because he made an episode of Edgelords about Guts. And I'm like, really? Really? Guts is a fucking edgelord? Have you ever actually read Berserk or engaged with your media at all in your entire life?
Okay, to be fair, though, people have watched that episode, and they've said it's mostly about Guts' development as a character.
Alright, that's
It's just
fair.
under the edgelords category, because that's his excuse to talk about Berserk.
Alright. That's fair.
Yeah.
I rescind my accusation of brainworms.
No.
So, hey, do we want to do the next award?
Yeah, but before we jump into that, I want to just mention that, hey, guy who stole copies of Kingdom Hearts 3 and decided to sell them.
Yeah.
Hey, did you really think you would get away with that? Did you think, Square Enix and Disney would be like, okay.
That's fine. What boggles my mind is you're really gonna fuck with Disney? They are basically our cyberpunk dystopia overlords.
You're just gonna put your full name and address out there?
Really, buddy?
And you think you were just going to sneak under the radar?
And he was only... What blows my mind is not only is he an idiot, he's like an idiot who doesn't even understand value. You could have put that shit on Craigslist for $1,000 and made bank. But this goon is selling it for $100 a pop? Really?
Did you think you were Robin Hood? Do you think you're the good guy here?
You're an idiot, buddy. You're a real fucking goon. That's what you are, pal.
You're going to wind up in a ditch.
Mickey Mouse is gonna show up at your front. You're gonna to be that guy. That guy is gonna wake up one night and, there's the fucking mouse standing over him going, time to die, motherfucker. Have you seen, I don't know if I've linked you to the Scoob and Shag comic? Yes, of course. I've read the whole thing.
The Creepy Mickey?
That's what's coming for that dude.
He's gonna wake up and Creepy Mickey's just gonna be in the corner.
I'm coming for your nutsack, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Alright,
yeah. Next category, we have the biggest oof of 2018. And this is... an oof is different from a whack.
Yeah.
Because a whack is kind of like a moment that just sort of happens, and it's not really anyone's fault besides, an instigator.
Yeah.
An oof is when you are continuously hurting yourself.
Yeah, an oof is like a big fuck up. A whack is just like a thing that gets you down. Mm-hmm. But like an oof is just like, oof, you really did that to yourself? Okay.
Alright, yeah. I have to... I've been like trying to get my best Mario 64.
Oh.
Oof!
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. Oof is the Mario 64 sound.
Yeah.
Good job.
Or if you're Minecraft, it's oof. But the nominees for the biggest oof of 2018 are Fallout 76. Just all of it at once.
All of it.
Constantly.
The whole game.
Diablo is announced, but it's on your phone instead of a real platform and not a real Diablo sequel like you were kind of hinting at.
Oh.
All the Final Fantasy 15 DLC is canceled and the game is suffering a huge profit loss.
Oh, also Tabata quits.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And Telltale has been bleeding out for a very long time and all of its big projects were canceled, including the one that made it popular in the first place.
Oh.
And it's not paying any of its employees.
Oh.
At all.
No. Yeah. Those are the major oofs. And boy, this is a hard one, right? This was a hard one to decide because these are all just catastrophic fuck ups.
These are all like they are just like it just keeps happening.
It just keeps happening.
Every single one of these is like watching someone fall down the stairs, hit the bottom, and then fall down another flight of stairs.
A car crash in slow motion where they just keep running people over.
The train crashes, and then they put the train on the tracks again, and it gets 15 feet and then crashes again.
Yeah. So, with that in mind, the winner is...
The biggest oof of 2018 is the one and only Fallout 76. Just all of it. Just every bit of Fallout 76.
Oh, Todd Howard, come accept your fucking award, you piece of shit.
Man, this one is especially deserved because do you remember our E3 episode?
Yeah, we were like cautiously optimistic.
We were like, a new Wolfenstein, a new Elder Scrolls, Starfield is actually a real product we can buy.
Oh my god.
Wow, Bethesda's just fucking kicking ass. And then...
Oh no.
And then 76 came out, and
oh, no.
it was just bad. It's not a good game.
It's a bad video game. You know it's a bad video game when nobody at Giant Bomb is willing to put in the hours to actually play your flaming pile of shit in order to review it. The official stance from Giant Bomb on Fallout 76 is don't play it. Just don't play it. And that is our stance as well. Do not play Fallout 76.
Just don't. You don't have to.
It is staggering to me, the degree. Like, okay, like, technically, I think, like, in a way, Telltale's failure is a more, like, an oof, because it's a perfect representation of, like, the labor problems in the industry, and the budget creep of video games, and how some greedy assholes got away with it, and all kinds of things like that. Like, yeah, Telltale is a more major thing. But Fallout 76 is an oof because every single time they announce something, it's a fuck up. It doesn't stop.
It was like fucking Japan time.
It was Japan time. Oh god, it was like Japan time, but for failure.
You open up the news and how did Fallout 76 fuck up overnight this time?
Ben, what's your favorite Fallout 76 fuck up? Because I know mine. My favorite Fallout 76 fuck up is the patch that broke the guns.
My favorite is the player that can't die.
Oh, that is such a good one too. Oh my god.
That one is the best. No. That one is the best because those are one of those like stories that's like a fucking video game folktale.
And to this day, he still walks the wastes, waiting to die. That was my best attempt at a fucking Bastion narrator voice. I apologize. But yeah, no. The player that can't die is good, but I will defend Broken Guns because I think that the deal is that like with Fallout 76. Because there is no other, like, content in 76 other than, like, killing things and building houses, but even the building mechanics in 76 are, like, really bad compared to Fallout 4's. Because those are your two main ways of interacting with the world in 76, if your guns don't work, you have literally removed 50% of this video game.
Yeah, like, amazing. You have taken away one of the few things that, like, you can kind of reliably do.
It's, like, it is your major method of interacting with and impacting the game world, and you broke it in a patch. Astonishing. Good job.
Amazing. The runner-up for me, like, the very close second, is the canvas bag debacle.
Ooh, canvas bag debacle is good.
Hey, you get really sharp-looking canvas bags if you buy the collector's edition.
$150?
Yeah, like 100. I think 120. I think 120.
Okay, excuse me.
And then, hey, these are nylon. These are not canvas.
And the email from the Bethesda rep is astonishing.
They were too expensive, and we're not going to do anything about it.
Amazing. I want that email, like, framed on my wall.
And then the follow-up of influencers.
Oh my god,
got canvas bags.
Yeah, like really swanky canvas bags.
And
at
then
some Fallout 76 event.
And then the double follow-up of the internet going, we did some research, and canvas bags would cost like $5 a pop.
Yep. That is tremendous. I want the canvas bag email like framed on my wall as like a motivational poster to remind me that this fucking goon can have a job and be an idiot this hard, and if that fuck up can do it, I can. I'm never getting fired. As long as I don't directly, like, destroy my company's, like, profit margins or whatever, I'm fine. You know?
Like,
you can make it anywhere if this idiot can.
It turns out you can just say whatever the hell you want if you're a PR person, and it doesn't matter.
You never get fired. It's amazing. Has Pete Hines made a post to Twitter since then? Because I think that man is dead.
I don't know.
I won't wish death on anybody. But also, if I found out that after, like, the 2 weeks after Fallout 76 came out, that Pete Hines was, like, drunk in a gutter for 6 weeks, that would be pretty funny.
Yeah, how is it that every time you see Fallout 76 in the news, it's because something else broke?
I don't know. It's amazing.
I'm just like, there's so many stories. Hey, we looked in the code for this game, and there's Skyrim text in here.
Or hey, we patched some stuff, but it's to make way for like loot boxes and microtransactions.
Or hey, the anti-cheat thing is text search that searches for the word cheat.
Or how about if you get banned for modding, Bethesda wants you to write them an essay about why mods are bad, even though Bethesda's entire like business structure is modders saving their piece of shit games.
Or like the essay thing is the funniest goddamn shit.
It's amazing, right? It's like being Bart Simpson and writing lines on a chalkboard. I will not mod Fallout 76. It's amazing. And the fact that they still haven't fixed bugs from Fallout 4. Like, when you get out of power armor and your body is, like, horribly mangled. That's a bug from Fallout 4 that was in the game when it came out in 2015.
Yeah, looking at gameplay of it and just being like, oh, that's literally the exact same bug that happens in 4.
Amazing.
That
Amazing.
Didn't they fix that bug in a Fallout 4 patch?
I feel like they did, and then just... I don't know. Is 76 built off of, like, an old version of Fallout 4? Probably. God.
That game had no hope, didn't it?
It had no hope. It had no hope. There was no chance of it ever. You remember how... God, we're going to talk about how much 76 sucks for, like, the rest of this podcast. You remember how Todd Howard was like, yeah, we have all of Bethesda Studios working on this game. We've got Arcane working on it. We've got Machine Games working on it. And then this, like, fucking thing comes out, and it's like, are you sure? Because it feels like a team of 7 modders built this over a weekend. I think Fallout Cascadia is more comprehensive than this game, and that fucking thing's not even out.
76 feels like a really ambitious Fallout 4 mod.
Yeah.
Like online multiplayer infrastructure for Fallout 4. And if you found this on the Nexus and you downloaded it and used it and it had all these bugs in it, you'd be like, well, it was made by like 15 guys and it's free.
So it's fine.
So they were definitely ambitious and I can't fault them for that.
You know, if this was like a mod for Fallout 4, I would love it because it's like, you know what? It barely works, but it's functional enough to let me and let you and me play a video game, like play Fallout together, right?
Yeah.
If it was a mod, I'd be like, this is the greatest mod of the year, other than Some Settlements, which is still the best Fallout 4 mod ever made. But because Bethesda charged $60 for this game, for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, which is the other great oof moment of Fallout 76 was that 2 weeks after the game came out, they had already dropped the price down to $40 and then offered everybody in-game currency worth $5.
Oh, I forgot the other Cascade downfall of the Canvas Bag, which is offering game credits that don't equivalent to the cost of a sleeping bag.
Yeah, you can't even buy an actual canvas bag inside of Fallout 76 with that number of credits.
Oh, it's...
Just clap it out, Ben. We gotta move on.
We do, but also just to mention them real quick, hey, Blizzard, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I already talked about Telltale. Also, hey, Square Enix, once Kingdom Hearts 3 is out, if you go bankrupt, I probably wouldn't mourn you.
Yeah,
just get Kingdom Hearts 3 out, then you people can fucking die. Cause boy, I don't know what's wrong with that company, but something is wrong with that company.
It's so weird how one of the most evil corporations in existence and one of the most recently incompetent companies ever can produce my favorite video game franchise of all time.
It's shocking. I know. Being Ben is being a man of contradictions, because he also loves Spider-Man, which is also owned by Disney.
Yeah.
But hey, look, as long as Kingdom Hearts 3 makes it, it's fine. It's all we ask. Just get Kingdom... Obviously, Kingdom Hearts 3 made it, because that fucking guy in our first award managed to get it out there.
Yeah, so it's out there. They just need to not, crash all their trucks when they're getting it to the stores.
That would actually be kind of hilarious. I know it's horrible, but it would also be really funny. So...
We don't know what happened. The factory that was printing the discs just burned to the ground.
It's that guy from the first award. He's running away from Mickey Mouse. Creepy Mickey Mouse chases him into the warehouse full of Kingdom Hearts discs, and that dude is like, I'll burn it to the ground, man! I'll burn it to the ground! And then creepy Mickey is like, do it, motherfucker!
Creepy Mickey's like, I'll kill my children to catch you in the flames if I have to, motherfucker!
Okay, we gotta move on. It's been 30 minutes and we only did 2.
Telltale, pay your employees. Alright, anyway.
Pay your employees, you motherfuckers. Before we put you on a fucking guillotine. Next.
Right.
This is my turn, right.
Yes.
The next award is the best game that finally proves games are art of 2018. These are those games with standout, revolutionary storytelling, of really just mediocre people, specifically men, doing cinematic things in a video game.
These groundbreaking, legendary products
that titans of the industry.
That finally show that video games are more than just Pac-Man.
Yeah, that they can tell meaningful stories using the same medium that they've been telling stories for the last 40 years.
These are the first games to ever come out that might make you cry because of their story about a sad man.
Oh, man. And the nominees are Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War 2018, and Detroit Become Human. And the winner is... Give me a drum roll, Ben, if you can do that. Thank you. Obviously, it's Red Dead Redemption 2, like at the Game Awards.
Of course. What else could it be besides Red Dead Redemption 2?
A game about a sad white guy, and yeah. Although that's also what these other two games are about.
Yeah, and cowboy movies exist already.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just like, it's built on the backs of like underpaid, overworked developers working 100-hour weeks. And
did you know that most game developers have families?
The founders of Rockstar don't care.
No.
I've already had 2 glasses of wine. I can't actually remember what the brothers' names who own Rockstar are, but those guys got $100 million bonuses because of how well Red Dead Redemption 2 sold.
But Sarah, the horse's testicles will shrink when it's cold.
Yeah.
Did you know the bodies will decompose in real time? And if you shoot a guy and you go to the guy later, he has a bandage on where you shot him.
Yeah.
They have families.
I'm really glad that Red Dead Redemption 2 taught us about how video games can have like emotions and story now. We didn't know that before.
But Sarah, it's very big. The game is very big.
Yeah, the game is big, and there are horses, and there's a sad man in it,
and there are a lot of activities for you to do in the game.
And all of those activities come with like what are basically unskippable cutscenes because Rockstar are still making video games from like 6 years ago.
If you want to play a cowboy simulator game, that's fine. And the thing about this category is that besides Detroit, they're probably good games.
Honestly, God of War is fine. If God of War, when God of War is $20, I'll probably buy it because I like Christopher Judge a lot. I loved his suit at the Game Awards.
He was great!
He's a hero. He was wearing a fucking, 80s avant-garde art suit and a pro-LGBT shirt, and I was like, and he had the most beautiful hair I've ever seen. And this is the man who, you didn't watch Stargate SG-1, but I did. I watched all of Stargate SG-1 because I was a nerd in high school. And, I love Teal'c. I would probably take a bullet for Christopher Judge because I loved Teal'c so much. So, I'm sure that God of War 2018 is, a good video game, and I'm sure Red Dead Redemption 2 is, fine. I'm sure it's fine. But, it's just... Horizon Zero Dawn was already that video game. You know what I mean?
My one-sentence commentary about these 3 games into every single game reviewer who just heaped massive amounts of praise on them, to the point where it became meaningless, is Nier Automata came out last year.
Yeah.
Nier came out last year.
And did storytelling better within the medium than anything these three games could ever hope to accomplish, despite them being perfectly fine. It's like...
Undertale came out in 2015.
Yeah, Celeste came out this year, and Celeste basically got fucking... Boy, I've never been more angry. I don't care technically about the Game Awards. I really don't. I mean, they are popularity awards. Even fucking... Okay, Crunchyroll is like a hack anime award, Crunchyroll kind of sucks. But even Crunchyroll realized after, the incredibly mediocre Yuri on Ice cleaned up at their first awards, they were like... Maybe we should have judged panels also help determine the winners, because, flavor of the week anime is always gonna win, because, the people are only gonna kind of latch on to whatever's, the new hotness, and not what is actually maybe, genuine good quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, those hack frauds at Crunchyroll realized that. And the Game Awards are still just doing vote for your favorite so-and-so, even though that is not an indicator of quality whatsoever. And then we get to the Game Awards, and, I don't care. But also, Red Dead Redemption's music beats Celeste's music. And I thought, oh, I'll kill myself now.
But it was Cowboys.
Yeah, I really love this score that I've heard, 100 times before. It's a good score. Don't get me wrong. Red Dead Redemption 2 has a perfectly good kind of Western score. It's very Ennio Morricone, Western music. Yeah, that's cool. Except Celeste is fucking phenomenal.
Except
it's one of the best soundtracks in video games, maybe ever.
It's phenomenal in how it sets tone and how it's catchy and how it is encouraging and how it feeds into your ability to progress in the game and everything. And don't forget, the fact that there are multiple versions of the music in kind of that cool, dynamic soundtrack way that, Nier did. And there's remixes, there are B and C side levels, and there's so much just amazing music in Celeste. And, the sound effects work with the music to make it feel like you're really just part of that game. And no, the game that is just, your bog-standard Western compositions, that's the best soundtrack of the year. Yeah, okay. I'm glad Red Dead Redemption showed us that art is real. Red Dead Redemption 2 to me is the epitome of what AAA games represent.
Oh yeah.
In all of that context, if you just throw enough people at it and you throw enough dollar bills at it, you'll get a game that's very big.
You'll get a game that's very big, and some idiot motherfucker at the New Yorker will write about it and talk about how this means video games are art.
Because the man has pores. And
he's
his beard
very sad.
His beard grows in real time.
Oh my god.
And a Hollywood actor did the voice for him. This means it's deep. Because it's like a movie. Because it looks like a movie.
Because it has cinematography like a movie. Because you feel like you're in a movie when you play it. Because things are only valid if they're like movies.
Because that's the only way you can tell a story. Because finally, video games are not just Pac-Man anymore.
Yay. Hey, do you want to do the next award?
Yeah, I do. Because I'm very angry about Red Dead Redemption. Well, yeah. About that one, I'm ambivalent about God of War. And boy, we did 3 hours of Detroit.
And honestly, it's Detroit sucks, but Detroit has good aspects to it.
You know what's really weird about this though?
What?
Out of all the sad bearded men, Detroit's sad bearded man was the best of them all.
He was the most. God damn it! Detroit is so bad, but Detroit's, and it's true because Detroit's sad bearded man is also a sad dad, like every other
yes.
cinematic video game has. But goddammit, if Hank wasn't compelling, you know? Amazing.
David Cage fucked up so bad he couldn't even make a mediocre sad bearded man right.
Okay.
Alright. The next category is the best game that came out this year. Yeah, it came out this year, the year 2018. It's not even a year old.
Because 2018 is a nightmare and time means nothing anymore.
And the nominees for this one are Dragon Ball FighterZ, Monster Hunter World.
No, really?
A Way Out.
I swear to you, it came out this year.
Octopath Traveler.
Yep, all of these 2018 releases, baby.
All of these came out this year. They are not even 12 months old.
Yeah. The one that shocked me the most was definitely A Way Out. I thought I was hallucinating when I saw A Way Out was on a list of like 2018 releases. I'm just like, no, you're actually lying to me right now. There's no way 2018 saw A Way Out come out. No. But yeah, no, this actually is the year A Way Out came out. So
yeah. But the winner for the game that's just shocking that it came out this year is Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yeah, which is It
came out this year.
I know it feels like Dragon Ball FighterZ has been out for like 3 years and people have been honing the tech. No.
It's had 4 DLC packs.
It's had 4 DLC packs and it was at EVO, but it came out this year.
It had one of Sonic Fox destroyed that game. It's had 3 sagas where Sonic Fox had to defeat the next strongest opponent.
And he had to take off his weighted clothes to do it. I watched that last match at EVO, and it was fire. I didn't even know what was going on half the time. I was Yamcha. That was me.
They're teleporting. Nonsense. They're just moving very quickly. That was me.
I was that idiot. Just going how are they doing this? Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing.
This game
and Toei's already trying to kill it. What is going on with this year? I don't know.
I remember, I swear I remember playing this before Christmas last year. I have memories of doing that.
No.
But no.
The human memory is a fragile, stupid thing. Time means nothing, and this year has been at once approximately 5 minutes long and also 35 months long. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think anything means anything, and I'm actually pretty sure the world did end in 2012.
I think so. I think we're just kind of floating in purgatory now.
We're just waiting. Yeah. So, I left a special note in the next nominees, so I actually want you to read it.
The next category is the counterpart to the previous one. It is the best game that came out. It came out.
It came out. I swear to God.
You probably just didn't realize it because you weren't looking. It came out.
And nobody.
The nominees are Just Cause 4. Battlefield 5 and We Happy Few. And the winner for games that they came out. The winner is We Happy Few.
P.S. Hey, Randy Pitchford, you can eat me.
Randy Snitchford.
Randy pitch himself out a window if we're lucky. Randy, hey, I made a porn subreddit for my failing Overwatch clone. Randy, the market decides about whether or not alien colonial marines will succeed, and we shouldn't be held accountable at all for our false advertising about how good this game is. Randy Pitchford, the man who embezzled a bunch of money from Sega so that they could make their fucking video games, and then they didn't use any of that money to actually make alien colonial marines any good. and then I'm supposed to feel bad when I hear that, like, Randy Pitchford's accountant stole, like, $4 million from him and his wife. I don't.
Remember when he was tweeting about going to a mall and, like, pointing at bootleg consoles and being like, look, corporations, look!
Oh, and when he was pointing out, like, bootleg Fortnite merch, even though Fortnite made, like, $5 billion this year.
Do you think Epic cares?
Yeah, do you think Epic gives, like, even the most remote of shits when they're making money this hand over fist? Who do you think... Epic doesn't even know what to do with all their money.
Who do you think Epic is? Disney? Nintendo?
No, Epic actually probably doesn't. I'm loath to ascribe good qualities to any kind of major corporation, but Epic at least has a sliver of a soul versus, like, Nintendo and like Disney, because, like, Epic is like, here, developers, have a bigger cut of our pie, you know? Like, you really think, like, you know why he does that, right? It's because fucking Gearbox did the console version of Fortnite.
Yeah. And he wants to...
And he's like, I'm not getting my cut. Yeah, because your fucking accountant stole $45 billion from you, and you deserved every bit of it. You massive piece of shit. Massive piece of shit.
Keep chasing those coattails, Randy. It'll work one time.
Maybe someday you'll actually make a video game on your own that's any fucking good and isn't just like somebody's flavor of the week fave, like Borderlands 2. You hack fraud. Like, man, Randy Pitchford, I fucking hate Randy Pitchford, and I know, and he knows it, because I once called him out on Twitter, and I called him a motherfucker, and he responded to me, and I was like, you're a huge piece of shit.
Randy, I thought it was a good idea to hire Anthony Birch Pitchford. Yeah, 2-1!
Oh, awesome! I wish I could high-five you right now. Yeah, that fucking guy. So No Clip, right? You know, the really cool guys that do, like, video game documentaries and stuff? They did a documentary about Half-Life, and it was super, super good, because No Clip makes really quality stuff, except for the part where they had to interview Randy Pitchford, because Randy got his start making, like spin-off titles for Half-Life. Like, that's how Gearbox got their start, and so they interviewed Randy, and I was like, if I have to see Randy Pitchford's fucking face one more time, I'm gonna kill myself, because I hate this man so much. He's such a huge piece of shit. Like, I'm astonished. If you locked me in a room with Hitler, Todd Howard, and Randy Pitchford, and a gun with 2 bullets in it, I would shoot Randy Pitchford twice. Okay? That's how much I can't stand that man.
At least Todd isn't an asshole about it.
I mean, Todd's just Todd. I think Todd lies, and it's, like, compulsive. I almost feel like Todd is probably, like, in therapy right now for being a huge fucking liar.
Did you see the it's probably a fake story, but, like, the one where, like, the college student is, like, they didn't know that Todd Howard was, like, giving a conference or something at at the business department or something in their college, and, like... Right. So they're walking, and, like, she trips over something, and she's like, thanks, Todd Howard. And Todd Howard's behind her, and he's like, oh, we're just doing this now?
I desperately... That story probably isn't true, but I choose to believe it is. You know what I mean?
It is...
Like, I just choose to believe that one's
true in spirit.
Real. It's true in my heart, okay? Because Todd's aware. I don't mind Todd Howard. I mean, I think if you, like, put me in a room with Todd Howard, I'd probably be like, we have to fight, just for honor. Like, we have to fight each other. I'm sorry, Todd. Like, I would fight Todd Howard, but it would be like 2 superheroes fighting each other in a comic book. You know what I mean? It would be all a huge misunderstanding.
Before you come to a misunderstanding and realize that it was Randy Pitchford who set you up!
It was Randy Pitchford all along. Yeah, exactly. But if I, like, saw, like, Emil Pagliarulo or, like, Randy Pitchford, I would kill build sirens instantly. You know, that would be me. Okay? But, Yeah. Okay. Are we moving on? Are we good? Do we get our hate for Randy Pitchford out of our system?
We did, but also in the spirit of the category, I thought We Happy Few came out like 2 years ago.
I thought it did too. Maybe it came out in like early access or something.
I felt like it came out in like 2016. Like, here's a trailer for here's the launch trailer. It's out. Go play it.
I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody actually care about We Happy?
Like, I had to check. I had to check multiple sources. Be like, yeah, 2018. It actually came out this year.
It actually. Oh. Yeah, it actually came out like this year. Yeah. Thanks.
All right.
It sucks. I'm glad somebody else made another video game about how you shouldn't take your meds if you're mentally ill. That's really cool. Thanks, guys. Mm-hmm. Next.
Next is your category.
It's my category. So the next category is because if you haven't noticed, we were really scraping the bottle of scraping the bottle because I'm at the bottom of the bottle of wine that I'm drinking right now. We were really scraping the bottom of the barrel for like games that came out that we cared about that weren't just indie games. So instead we were like, well, let's talk about video games that aren't out yet. So the category is the best game that didn't come out this year but will next year. Because 2019 is gonna rule.
Just gotta make it a few more weeks.
Just a little bit longer, and the floodgates will open. We are like right there. Vesperia Remaster is the harbinger of the 2019 game apocalypse. You know what I mean? Like, Tales of Vesperia is the rider on the horse announcing the beginning of the end. It's gonna rule. The nominees are Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, The Outer Worlds, and Ghost of Tsushima. And the winner is... Do you want to announce this one together?
Yeah, the winner is... Yeah,
there is...
Devil May Cry 5,
May Cry 5,
Kingdom Hearts 3! Yay!
Oh my god, it's both of them! Yay!
Everyone wins!
We're all happy! If it's a third-person adventure action game, then you're in for a great year.
If you like really weird, doofy protagonists in high-octane, crazy action, boy!
Yay, 2019! It's gonna be the best.
Games that have...
It's gonna be the best.
That have taken a very long time to come out, but they're finally here.
We did our waiting. 12 years of it. 10 years of it in Azkaban. I basically feel like I've been in Azkaban this whole time waiting for these fucking games to come out. And then, like, not to, like, sweep this under the rug, however, like, The Outer Worlds is great. The announcement for The Outer Worlds was great. We'll talk about that. And, yeah, Ghosts of Tsushima. I can't wait to do an episode about Ghosts of Tsushima, by the way, and not be able to say the game's title ever.
But, like, and the thing is, like, I would turn it into, like, a funny joke about that, but that was probably racist, and...
That is almost certainly racist, yeah. So we're not gonna
We're just gonna bumble through it with our horrible American voices.
Our horrible, horrible Southern and Midwestern accents. The worst possible American voices. Just mangling the fuck out of this Japanese word.
Ghosts of Tsushima. Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yep. That's us. That's what we do. But yeah, no. And I mean, like, yeah, The Outer Worlds is basically everything I've been waiting for. I would have put Cyberpunk 2077 on this list, but it's not coming out next year.
I don't think so.
No, God, Cyberpunk is not coming out next year. Let's be realistic for a minute.
I mean, I would like it if it did, but...
Oh, it would be the excellent... But, like, the problem is that, like, if Cyberpunk 2077 came out next year, we would die.
Yeah, and they know that, so they're going to be like, we'll wait. We'll wait a bit.
We'll wait. It's bad enough that I'm going to have to find some way to binge Tales of Vesperia remaster and Resident Evil 2 remake and also maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 and also Devil May Cry 5 in the first like 2 or 3 months of the year. Like, that's bad enough. That's really rough. So I really don't need, like, another huge release to come out for a few weeks.
I literally don't know how in the hell I'm going to do Vesperia and Kingdom Hearts 3 at the same time.
And Resident Evil, that comes out right after Kingdom Hearts 3.
Do you realize the bullshit and that I'm actually going to have to rotate discs?
You are. It's the only way you're going to survive.
Like, I actually, like, cause I'm a lazy asshole, so, like, my thing is I just leave the disc in until the game is done. Like, I rarely ever try to, like, switch out discs regularly.
Nope.
But...
No, sorry, dude.
I am but a man. Like, at least Vesperia's on the Switch, I can just play that on the go. Like...
Right?
I only have one TV and one PS4.
I only have one brain with which to process all of this information, game. It's fine. We're gonna die, but it's gonna roll.
Yeah. You can't just front load everything, guys. You have to pace it.
Yeah. Please pace it out a little bit better. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm kind of glad that I don't think anything major is coming out in February, so I can, like, play Resident Evil and also, like, play Tales of Vesperia and have both of those be, like, the build-up to DMC 5. Like, that's cool. I'm really glad for that, but you're gonna have a hard time.
I'm gonna be literally juggling games. Like...
You're just going to be like a dead man, just like shuffling around, running on no sleep because you're playing like 6 games at a time. I'm really sorry.
Like, no, I literally have to play these games. I cannot do anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can't even be excited about this because it's so much work.
It's going to be the best work of our lives, though. We won't have to play video games for like 6 months after that because we're going to have so much front-loaded video game. It's going to be great. Next,
the next is the best middle finger announcement of 2018. This is for announcements that are just a big ol' fuck you to someone. And...
somebody who deserves
really deserves it, yes. And the nominees for this are the Devil May Cry anime announcement, the Outer Worlds announcement, and the Belmonts and Snake appearing in Smash Brothers announcement. And the winner for this one is, of course, the Outer Worlds announcement, which is just
from the team that made some actually good Fallouts.
From the
this Fallout game in space. From
the team that made the good Fallouts.
That is basically what that announcement said, right? Like the Game Awards trailer was like, from the people who made Fallout 2 and the people who made Fallout New Vegas.
They could have just said that from the makers of Fallout 1 and 2, right? From the makers of Fallout 1 and 2. Right. They could have just left it as that, because that's, like, true. That's true, and also it's very prestigious, You guys made Fallout 1 and 2. That's a very dignified way of announcing it.
Absolutely.
Sneaking Fallout New Vegas in is pissing on Bethesda's doorstep.
That is basically doorbell ditch.
Yeah.
That's ding dong ditch. That's pulling the football away from Charlie Brown. Especially after the fuck up release of Fallout 76. Boy, what a trailer to go, hey, that Fallout game sucked. Do you want Fallout in space by the people who made the good Fallout?
See, the thing about it is that if they had done it's from the makers of Fallout 1 and 2 and just left it at that without the new Vegas fucking dunk on them.
Yeah.
The new Vegas dunk recontextualizes the entire trailer. Because their game is also about waking up from a cryopod and being dragged into a civil war between different factions.
Have fun! Hey, wouldn't it be great if, like, Fallout 4 was, like, a good video game with RPG elements? Look, you don't have to wonder about that anymore.
Here's the good Fallout 4.
The good Fallout 4 set in space with RPG elements and talking heads and dialogue options. And and ways to resolve situations non-violently.
And no romance. Just none of that. We're taking that and throwing that in the garbage. We don't need any of that.
We're gonna pitch that in the trash.
Don't need that. No, put that away. Put it away.
It's a Fallout game that won't require mods to function and be good.
That is a weird thing to say. It's gonna be weird, like, logging in and, like, trying to find, like, the Outer Worlds Nexus, and it's just like, we got nothing. The game's good.
We got nothing for you guys. It's a good video game. It's a working video game all on its own. I'm sure somebody on the Nexus, those fucking degenerates, will edit everybody to have giant, just triple G cup titties, just bouncing up and down, like flapping in like the main female characters' faces.
They're just gonna be like, I'm just like imagining like that, you know, the mod where it's like we turn all of the posters and like pictures into pinup things, and the Outer World's like, we already did that. They're already in the game.
They're there already. Don't worry about it.
It's a big corporations thing. Like, of course we're going to have pinups everywhere. Like, it's already there.
Yeah, sex sells. Sex sells. It's fine.
You don't need to make that mod, guys. We got you covered.
It's cool. Yeah, I can't wait. Oh my god.
God, now that I'm doing this voice, I want their next trailer to be like a shot-for-shot remake of the real estate commercial. Because that's what this feels like comparatively, right? Compared to like Bethesda, where it's like, it's a free house for you, Jim. It's a free house. It's got a pool in the backyard. We got you the real estate. I'm not carrying these keys around all day. It's for you. It's your house. You got to put the furniture in, but it's yours.
Oh my god!
Free house for you, Jim.
Free real estate. It's free real estate.
It's good. It's good RPG.
It's a good RPG with like dialogue options, and it's just like a good video game. I know that's like groundbreaking to like Bethesda, but it's here. It's happening. I guess Microsoft buying Obsidian wasn't so bad. Knock on wood. Now, if it comes out, I guess the real test is if this game actually comes out.
I mean, we say this, but then we also look into the shallow grave that Scalebound was tossed into and not covered.
Dead too young. You poor game about Nero having a dragon. I still think they just called Kamiya. Like, Capcom just called Kamiya and was like, hey, can we borrow that model since you guys aren't using it anymore? Okay. So the next award, we're moving on. I mean, like, yeah, the belt, obviously. Oh, well, no, we aren't moving on because we gotta talk about Adi Shankar calling people Hollywood jabronis.
Yeah. Do you want to know why I have so much faith in the Devil May Cry anime? Not just because he was the producer of Castlevania, which, of course, he's not the director, he's not the writer of Castlevania. He's a producer. He gave them money. Which would be a cool thing. You'd already be optimistic because, hey, he produced a good show. And he's got taste.
Castlevania is really fucking good. He just kind of knows to like let other more creative and intelligent people write this shit for him.
It's the fact that he is going out of his way to state that he is doing this so that no one else can do it bad. Because
I can't believe Adi Shankar saved the Devil May Cry franchise.
Because you got a picture of him dressed as like regular Dante, but with DMC Dante's necklace, and you're like,
yeah,
all right, this guy knows his Devil May Cry. He's played more than one.
He knows what he knows a thing about the Devil May Cries. And
you get that, and then like a few months later, we get the Sonic poster. And we're like, no. Adi Shankar had the right idea.
This is what those are the Hollywood jabronis he was talking about. Specifically, the people responsible for the Sonic movie poster. Those are the definitive Hollywood jabronis. Like, yeah, no, Adi Shankar saved us. I can't believe Devil May Cry is like back this aggressively. It's the best.
It's great. Like, I'm so happy. I cannot wait. I am like
dying.
I'm
actually I'm at the point now of my life where I'm in physical pain waiting for Devil May Cry. I was playing 3 today and I'm like, it's not the same. It's not 5.
I want the 5. I want the good stuff. Taste the good shit.
I want a taste of the good shit, please. I really, really want to play as V. We can't talk about this right now. We got to talk about other video games. We have another award. We've only got a couple more to go. It's a short awards episode this time, guys. The next award is the best surprise guest in fighting games. These are, of course, announcements for fighting games, characters that you didn't see coming. It was a pretty big shock. And the nominees are Joker in Smash, Richter in Smash, Cloud in Smash, Ridley in Smash, and Negan in Tekken 7.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I guess we're doing that now. And the winner is, it's not Negan in 7. The biggest surprise guest fighter in any fighting game ever is Joker in Smash, because what the fuck?
What are the rules now, Nintendo?
Nothing matters anymore. There are no rules. Masahiro Sakurai played P5 and really liked it. That's the rule. If Sakurai wants this game in Smash, this game is getting into Smash.
There was like a comment made a few weeks after the Joker announcement, and it was just like a Nintendo exec just casually saying, "Oh, they don't have to be Nintendo characters now." What? What?
Huh?
Excuse me. What? What did he mean by that?
Anyone can get into Smash. I think one of the funniest things in my life that I've ever seen is just Twitter during that announcement, right? Because everyone's going like, "What the fuck is this? Are they announcing what are they announcing? What are they announcing?"
It's like, oh, it's fighting. It's the fighting game. It's the golden equivalent or the P3P equivalent, you know.
No!
Or it's P5 on Switch. Maybe that's what it is. And then, wait, what did it?
What?
What envelope is that? Why does he have what?
The internet lost its fucking mind all at once. The entire internet went completely bonkers because Joker got into Smash. Literally nobody saw that one coming. Negan getting into Tekken 7 is more predictable than Joker getting into Smash.
How do you... How?
I'm so excited. Don't get me wrong.
To see gameplay
I cannot wait to see what his model looks like, to see his gameplay, to see his colors.
I want his colors to be the Phantom Thieves. I want them to be alternates. I want
Nikechi Echo really badly. We really need Nikechi Echo.
I want Oracle and Morgana to do or Oracle and Mona to do scans of all the fighters, like Palutena's guidance or the Metal Gear Solid things, the comms.
I want Oracle to comment on the fact that the Inkling kid looks just like her. I want all of these things. I need all of these things. You don't understand. And the fact, probably the most boggling thing, and this is a really small thing, but I was thinking about it and why it's so shocking to me. The fact that Joker is the first DLC character for Smash.
Remember,
it's not like a Nintendo character.
If I'm remembering this, the Smash order correctly, it was the first batch of DLC characters were Brawl veterans. They were Lucas and Mewtwo. They were, it's just here's a DLC to get them back. And then then you get really weird characters you got
Cloud?
Before Cloud you got Ryu. It was who were they? I think it was Ryu first, and it's okay, well that's really shocking because but he's a Street Fighter character. That makes sense, And then Cloud was the big shock after that, and then Bayonetta.
Bayo getting it.
Yeah, no one saw Bayonetta coming.
Yeah.
But
they were like, it started like the first DLC pack was like Nintendo characters, you know? No, fuck you. The first DLC character for Smash Ultimate is Joker from Persona 5, which means that anyone can get in now.
So it's like, well, fucking all bets are off now.
It's everything is fair game. Goku could get into Smash. Dante could get into Smash. Anybody could get into Smash.
Joker getting in by proxy means that Dante is more likely.
Yeah.
It's the fucking, what's that door problem? The mystery,
the Monty Hall
problem. It's Dante is the Monty Hall problem. By picking Joker, the odds that it's Dante go up.
The odds that it's Dante go way up. Absolutely. Yeah, no, it's amazing. Dante could get, I mean, anybody could get in. Just whatever, like, the most fucking ridiculous character you can think of could probably get into Smash now.
So,
like, Hank from fucking Detroit Become Human is a Smash character. Actually, I can't say that. That's just Dante.
Yeah, well, if Dante gets in, if he has, like, a blue coat, then it's just Hank.
It's just Hank.
All right, so
you're right.
So bad. Besides Dante, who is your craziest dream pick?
My craziest dream pick for Smash, Velvet from Tales of Berseria. Mm-hmm. Like my dream pick is probably Velvet.
Hope beyond hope.
My hope beyond hope is that it's Velvet from Tales of Berseria. Or Mila. Like everybody is saying like Lloyd should get in, but like in my heart's heart, I know that I really want it to be Mila or Velvet, or I really want like Mila to be an echo of Velvet because they're both kind of similar characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's who I really want, like desperately, especially because we were talking about Berseria earlier. I just really want Velvet to get into Smash because I love her. I think her moveset would be really cool, especially with her arm. You know, like let Velvet into Smash. Let her final Smash would be fucking.
It would
dope.
be awesome.
Come on.
I think the most likely. I think if there is going to be a Tails character in there, it's Lloyd or Yuri because Yuri's getting the Switch port.
Yeah, it's again because Yuri is also Lloyd and Yuri are like the two most popular Tails Pro tags. Yuri, like Lloyd, is like a franchise kind of legacy character at this point. And Yuri is just wildly popular, but I really wish it could be Velvet. I would like to see Berseria get onto the Switch. I feel like you could probably make Berseria work on the Switch.
Maybe. If they can get Smash running on it, they can probably get Berseria.
Yeah, they can probably get Berseria working on the Switch. You know?
I think because
who's yours?
Mine is Chrono.
Oh yeah! Oh fuck! That would be so.
Wouldn't
cool.
that? God. Because like.
Yeah.
Like my dream match is Sora, but that can't happen because he's a Disney character and not a not a Square Enix character. So Chrono, it would be Chrono. But
but Square Enix is busy pretending that the Chrono franchise doesn't exist, so that's not happening.
But Gino and Mallow got spirits in Ultimate,
so maybe
they didn't forget those two.
God, they didn't forget those.
God, Gino's spirit fight is so cool though too, because he's Sheik, and you have to have to fight Mario, Peach, Bowser, and a white Kirby in place of Mallow, and before you can fight Gino. And I'm like, oh, it's really good. And that's really good. They picked color palettes for the characters that like more resemble their color palette in Mario RPG. I was like, oh, that's neat, yay.
Yeah. Maybe, but I think Velvet is more likely than Chrono.
I think
I think Velvet is not very likely either.
I think you're right, but I think
I'm right.
But there's a chance it could be Chrono. Whereas
Joker got into Smash. Anything's possible now.
Anything can happen. It's
whole new
anyone's
world.
Game.
Anybody could get in now. I like that Joker is in too because it means that the guy who plays Master Hand gets to also play a fighter. I'm glad for that. I'm glad for Xander for Xander Mobius.
Guy's great.
He gets to. He's great. He deserves every bit of it.
And then Erica Harlicker's tweet where she's like, "Yeah, my like screaming out 'what is Anne' was genuine because I had no idea."
What? Yeah, it's so good.
Like, they got all the voices for that little thing, so, like, get all the voice actors to do, like, commentary bits in whatever Memento stage they go to. All right.
Oh my god, like a Memento stage, and his fucking, I really want his Final Smash. I know his Final Smash will probably be, like, Setsunio, but I really want his Final Smash to be, like, all of the Phantom things.
I think his Final Smash is going to be an all-out attack, for sure.
That would be so cool.
I think it's going to be, he's going to pull out the gun, and if the bullet makes contact, then he does all-out
attack.
Yeah, all-out attack.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And the stage will either be the Mementos, like, subway tunnels, or it'll be the casino. It will never not be any other palace behind those ones.
It has to be the casino. God, it has to be the casino, right? The casino is the most iconic, like, palace from P5. Like, it's gotta be the casino.
It has to be. There's no doubt about it.
Smash remix of Rivers in the Desert.
We're gonna get Persona 5 music in a Smash game.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so
Okay, so I think the best thing I saw for his classic mode would be that he fights the rich, greedy characters. So, like, Wario, Bowser, King K. Rool, Ganondorf.
Yeah. All the evil king kind.
And his allies are, like, Meta Knight and Lucina and, like, other masked characters.
Yeah, characters in masks.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That'd
please.
That'd
be so good. Please, God, I just want it. Okay.
All right.
Okay, next, you're up.
Next is the
shame category.
The best game that Ben and Sara need to eventually probably get back to and beat at some point. The nominees are Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah.
Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And Octopath Traveler. And there are no winners because we're both failures.
We're both huge losers. Just giant fucking losers.
But, like, all three of these are RPGs, and they're really good games.
They're really good games. I can't, like... I've put, like, 30 hours into DQ11 at this point, I want to say. Maybe less. Maybe about 20. 15 to 30 hours. I have to go check my save. I know that's a huge range, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and it's really good. I mean, like, I can't recommend it enough. I haven't finished it, but I still can't not recommend it enough. It's beautiful. It's good. It's super old-fashioned, which is why I would never be like, hey, Ben, you should play DQ11. Because it is absurdly old-fashioned. Like, it is just the most, like, old-school kind of JRPG, and it's slow. It takes forever for plot things to kind of, like, get going. But, God, it is fun to play. It's beautiful. The characters are charming. There's good voice acting. Like, it's just a good damn JRPG.
I watched you play it for a little bit when you were streaming it, and, like, I will be picking it up. It's
so good!
It's just that I have a lot of other RPGs also on my plate, and I'm like...
And also, 2019 is coming.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out. And I know...
It is huge priority.
I know the joke is, oh, Ben likes Kingdom Hearts a lot. And, like, yeah, the truth is I like Kingdom Hearts a lot. And
that's not actually a joke. It's like the truth.
I've literally been waiting for this game for a very long time, and I'm very eager to play it. And the truth is I will not be playing any other games because I really like this franchise a great deal. It's not a joke.
It's actually deadly serious. Yeah, so it's kind of like, well, DQ11 is just going to have to wait. I mean, like, I will probably pick it back up soon, but I've also got to play, like, Indie Week games. Vesperia is out in, like, a week. Like, a week and a half, something like that. So it's, like, all these other games, and I really like DQ11, but I like Vesperia even more. Like, I like the battle system of a Tales game. As much as I'm enjoying the battle system of DQ11, and I am, make no mistakes, because it is old-fashioned, turn-based JRPG combat. if you told me to pick between Tales Combat and your standard, like, JRPG turn-based system, I'm gonna pick Tales Combat every single time without fail. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, unfortunately, these are games we gotta get back to. Xenoverse 2 had another huge DLC drop because it's the game that won't
just
die.
Keep putting out content, and we're like, I swear, I thought Fighters was gonna kill this game dead, but it's like, no, here's Movie Broly.
No! Here's Movie Broly. Here's movie spoiler.
Yeah. Well, it's not a spoiler because they put him in like a 30-second TV spot.
So here's Movie Gogeta. Holy fuck.
It's like, oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You just aren't going to quit. Oh.
This game is the game that won't die. And I actually, like, respect the hell out of it. Like, instead of being like, no, we're going to make you buy another $50 to $60 full title. Right. No, just here's some more DLC instead. You know, it's been a couple months. You can afford $10 to $20 for more content. That's really all you need to do. I would like to see a Xenoverse 3 in the future, and now that we know that Toei is expanding their DB wing of the studio, we probably will get a Xenoverse 3. It's very, very likely.
Can you imagine a more non-announcement in the history of announcements than Toei's gonna make more DBZ anime?
Wow, that's a shocker.
You don't say. Wow.
No. What?
Really?
Oh my god.
You mean people really liked watching, like, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, and Super was wildly successful, and the Broly movie is a huge, like, success, like, and it's going to be a worldwide phenomenon, and you decided you're gonna make more of that?
Wow. Revolutionary. This is a game changer right
now.
here,
If you made it good, that would be something.
That would be a surprise. Yeah, but that's not going to happen. Let's be realistic for a minute here.
But the fact is, I'm probably going to watch more than half of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, let's make no mistake. I don't actually think, Super is any good, but I'm still going to go see the movie.
Like, I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast or if I mentioned this on my Twitter account, but I've come to a conclusion for Dragon Ball. And it's this. My conclusion is the series ended for me. It ended in Z. Like, after Boo, it ended. All this content, it's just bonus content. It doesn't have to...
It is. That's exactly what it is.
I don't care. It's not canon as far as I'm concerned. The story stopped at Z. All this other stuff is just like, whatever.
I refuse to acknowledge anything that keeps shitting on my boy Gohan as canon. I'm sorry. I will never. As much as I like Broly, I'm sure the Broly movie is quite good if it's not, like, completely fucking stupid, which it will be.
I've read the synopsis. It's very stupid, and I'm very excited for it.
It's extremely stupid. But still, like, the Broly movie will be stupid and good. It's fine. But also, this is a series that keeps shitting on my boy, and so it will never be canon in my heart.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, the Tournament of Power sucked, so I don't care about it. But the part where Goku, Frieza, and 17 beat Jiren up was really cool. So I care about that part.
It's fine. It's fine. Look, it doesn't have to be good. It just has to be fun. It's cool, but it's still not canon.
That's all.
It's fine.
Just put more stuff in Xenoverse.
Hey, we gotta move on. We gotta move on.
Hey, this is you.
So, because we were scraping them, I was, like, looking through our list of, like stuff we played this year, and it was a lot of stuff from, like, either other years or it was indie titles. And, like, indie games were on fire this year versus other video games. So this category is the best game we played this year, but didn't come out this year.
Well, one of them did.
Yeah. Did it?
Yeah.
You're right.
But still.
Okay, so the best game we played this year, and the nominees are Devil May Cry 3, Valhalla, or VA11 Hall-A, One Shot, and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which I am just shocked. It was like, this is your first year to play that. That's just blowing my mind. Still. And, We didn't pick a winner. I'm saying it's Devil May
Cry 3, but
Sorry.
like
it's Devil May Cry 3.
Unlike the other category, like the last category, this one everyone is a winner because they're all really good
Everybody's
games.
a winner because we played a classic. We did. We played a good classic that either was missed over for whatever reason, So, but at the end of the day, Devil May Cry 3 is the best of these 4 games. Yeah. And I mean, even over Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is a good video game, but Devil May Cry 3 is a fucking masterpiece.
It's one of those things where, like, Ocarina of Time was not my favorite Zelda. It's not because Breath of the Wild and Wind Waker exist. And it's not Ocarina of Time's fault because those games came way after Ocarina of Time and had a chance to, improve on everything.
Well, it's funny because those games just improve on the Ocarina of Time formula.
Yeah, but that's kind of like the Devil May Cry 3 to Devil May Cry 1 comparison. But
yeah, exactly.
I was thinking, literally a few weeks ago, I was like, I kind of want to replay Ocarina of Time a little bit.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the different parts of the dungeons that I was in, and I was like, this game had some good dungeon designs most of the time, except for the one.
Except for the one that everybody hates, it's fine. But Ocarina of Time has a weird magnetic quality to it that is just kind of it's endlessly fun. It's incredibly short in the scheme of video games these days. You can beat Ocarina of Time in 12 hours if you're dedicated, and so it's just a good little video game. But as much as I enjoyed Valhalla, and oh god, I loved Valhalla, I'm extremely, extremely excited for the sequel that they announced this year.
Nirvana, right? Nirvana,
yes. I'm excited for Nirvana. I loved Valhalla. Valhalla is a game whose soundtrack I go back to constantly. It has some of my favorite character writing in a game I've played this year. And One Shot was really good. One Shot was simple and charming and fun and kind of played with video game expectations. And the way you interact with the game world and your feelings about it. It's kind of like an Undertale, but a little bit gentler. I loved all of these games, but DMC3 is just one of the most, endlessly enjoyable video games you will ever put your hands on, period.
It's got such a we talked earlier about how the thing that makes Red Dead Redemption 2 a game that is art is that it's very big. Mm-hmm. Well, Devil May Cry is not nearly as big, but it is so much deeper.
It is so much deeper. It is nowhere near as big, and yet at the same time so much bigger. Mm-hmm. There's so much more going on. It's so much more of an issue of really learning.
There's so much,
not just kind of trundling.
There's so much gameplay packed into it.
There's so much video game in this video game. There's very little movie in this video game. God bless it. You were just playing 3 today because you can always just go back and play more 3. And I'm terrible at it, but it's so much fun. It
always feels good to play,
Yes, absolutely. Playing 3 is one of the most satisfying button pressing experiences you can have, just because doing well at Devil May Cry 3 feels fantastic. The game is just stupid fun. And I mean, it's good from start to finish, from enemy variety, from the responsiveness to the depth of the combat system, all of it. I love Devil May Cry 3. I'm so glad you played it this year.
I will always, whenever I think of Devil May Cry 3, the experience for me will always be going from an hour and a half of Devil May Cry 2 and then switching to Devil May Cry 3 and the immediate difference in how these games feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just how flawless and responsive everything in Devil May Cry 3 is.
How fun and energetic, the difficulty feels good and satisfying to overcome. Yeah, it's incredible. It's
this game is, and I don't know how it is on hard. I played it on normal, and so I don't know that. But the difficulty in 3 is so good because there were a lot of times where I was frustrated, but I never felt compelled to give up. It's always no, I can do this. I can do this. You can
climb this map. That's the really interesting thing. That's kind of, I see now, having played hard mode, because I'm trying to get through hard. I'm literally at Virgil 3, and it's so hard. But I understand the compulsion now to keep playing to very hard and then to Dante Must Die mode. I get it now. Because, like, you think to yourself, oh, I beat DMC3 on normal. That means a normal is very, very difficult at the end. So surely I can start DMC3 on hard and I can make my way through it if I could survive DMC3 on normal, right? Like, I can keep getting better. But now I'm already like, well, if I can beat this game on hard, well, then I can totally get through it on very hard. Like, it'll be very hard, but I can do it.
Yeah, like, if you...
I get it. If
you can beat the last level of the game on hard, then you can beat the first level on very hard. And if you can beat the first level on very hard, you can probably get past the second one, too.
And then it just keeps going. If you can beat Cerberus on very hard, then the tower itself is nothing. And suddenly you're like, oh, well, I could probably do Dante Must Die mode. You get it now. You start to get it. It all starts making sense eventually. Yeah. Where the itch to play a harder and harder difficulty, that's DMC's depth. That's where DMC doesn't need a huge world. It doesn't need to have a giant fucking map and whatever full of nothing to do. You know? It just needs to give you a goal to strive toward. And that's what makes DMC3 so great. So that is absolutely the best game that we played this year. The best game that didn't come out this year, except for one that we played this year. So with all of that in mind, we've gone through our dumb list of dumb announcements. So let's get serious for a few minutes because we are here at the end. The night is at a close. We've all enjoyed the awards. There are a great many winners and several more losers. Randy Pitchford. We're here. We're at the end now. So there's really only one last award to give. Benjamin, what is it?
Well, it has to be the big boy. It has to be
biggest.
The Game of the Year.
Game of the Year 2018.
And our nominees are, because we actually have taste and understand what makes games good. Right. Our nominees are Spider-Man, Celeste, The Return of the Obra Dinn, and Deltarune.
The sleeper nominee is Deltarune. We didn't talk about it a lot this episode, but Deltarune is very good.
So you go first. What is your Game of the Year?
Because this is a category that is very hard. For one, I didn't play one of the nominees. This is a category that changes for everybody, so it's not unanimous. Each of us picked our own Game of the Year. My Game of the Year is a game that actually kind of caught myself off guard when I was thinking about like Game of the Year winners. It's Celeste.
Yeah.
Celeste is 100% my Game of the Year. It's a game that I really enjoyed when we played it, and then when I was done with it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I could not stop thinking about Celeste. I could not... I haven't really talked about it a lot, but I kind of periodically go back to Celeste. And I'll just play like a screen or two in a level and be like, oh, that's good. And I just really enjoy the act. It's like DMC in its own kind of weird way. The very act of playing Celeste feels good. And that's all it needs to be. It doesn't need to be... between the fact that it is a great game about overcoming depressions and anxieties, about learning to love yourself, about the fact that each level is built around that concept as well, of going through, like, Madeline's head as she kind of comes to terms with herself. The art direction, the sound direction, the soundtrack itself, the responsiveness, just the act of playing Celeste itself feels good and is one of the most enjoyable experiences I've had all year. It's a game I'll probably keep going back to. I'm probably getting a Switch very soon, and I will buy Celeste again just to have it in my purse and to tool around with it for a couple minutes a day.
And
because something about Celeste has an incredibly good magnetic quality.
Playing Celeste on the Switch does feel really good.
It probably feels like it was meant to be played on the Switch.
It kind
honestly.
of does.
I played it on my PS4 and I loved it, but I can't wait to play it on my Switch.
It does feel very good. I think what's really cool about Celeste, I don't know, we probably didn't talk about it when we did the episode, but I think it's kind of the things that I think about with this game after, like you said, like after playing it and kind of letting it sit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There's this weird thing, because you and I are both kind of interested in speedruns. There's this weird thing where you kind of get some kind of games where it's like, I don't know if a speedrun is really in the spirit of the game. Like, there's a speedrun community for One Shot and for Undertale.
Yeah, although I did watch the speedrun for Undertale at SGDQ, and I loved it.
But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, like kind of like a speedrun of Doki Doki Literature Club, where it's like, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but I don't feel like you're really getting the feel of the game when you do that.
Yeah, you're not really experiencing the game that way.
But the difference for that is Celeste is kind of like, you are kind of like encouraged to speedrun it, because a lot of the tips and stuff, like a lot of the mechanics built into the game, besides there being like a speedrun timer built in, like the flow of the game is like, no, if you want to, you can just experience this game as a mechanic, thing. And you don't have to, even though the story is fairly in-depth and is fairly meaningful, like, no, you are kind of encouraged to enjoy the game however you want. And if you want to bypass the story, you can still do that, and you can still, practice in this environment.
Right. You can engage with Celeste however you want. If you want to experience the story, or if you just want to play a really good, puzzle platformer, I guess is a way to call it. I don't really know. I guess it's more so just a platformer, but it is kind of a puzzle platformer. If you just want to play this game as engaging as a good and difficult puzzle platformer, that is a test of your reflexes, a test of your ability to manipulate kind of a game environment, then Celeste is for you. And if you want to enjoy Celeste for its plot reasons, which are quite good, then Celeste is still for you. It's phenomenal. It's a game made by a teeny tiny team that has been wildly successful. This year is 100% to me the year of the indie game, where indie games did much more interesting things. Honestly, if Celeste hadn't come out, my winner would have been Return of the Obra Dinn. This is the year that indie games for me were massively, infinitely more enjoyable than anything the AAA sphere was putting out. As much as I enjoyed Dragon Quest XI, there were things coming out for the indie, like over in the indie world, that engaged me so much more.
Right.
And Celeste is the definition of that. Celeste is that idea that indie games can be so engaging and so good, boiled down to its simplest form.
I think, like, kind of like how we said, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the poster child for the AAA. I think even over Undertale, I think Celeste is the poster child for the indie title. Like,
absolutely.
Do you want, here is the game that is, like, this is what the representative of indie games,
Mm-hmm.
Like, boy, Celeste is real good.
Celeste is extremely indie because it's a pixel platformer, 2D side-scroller about mental illness, which is like the definition of most indie games this year. But it is good and engaging and interesting, and I cannot possibly recommend Celeste enough. Go play Celeste. It's cheap, it's fun, it's hard, but it's satisfying to get through. So Celeste is 100% my game of the year.
All right, and then
You're
mine.
Up.
This one is probably really obvious. I didn't get a chance to talk about it a lot this year.
Well,
that's because you haven't really experienced it for yourself. But mine was obviously Spider-Man. A game about my favorite superhero made by one of my favorite developers. Of course it was going to be this.
Right.
You all heard me mark out during the E3 announcements, both last year and the year before.
Right.
This is the year of Spider-Man.
And how? Oh God, and how?
And like, this is the kind of game where you don't get this level of quality put into a superhero game that often. Like, Arkham was the only other time, like, not just, oh, this is a really fun game to play, because there have been fun superhero games, but a game that, like, really fully encapsulates the superheroes' like strongest qualities and the strongest part of their world. And like, it's not a movie game. It's not based on a movie. It's not based on like a direct comparison to the comics. It's its own. They got to create their own universe for the character, and boy, it is the what is that? The Marvel the MGU,
the Marvel
gaming universe.
Game universe?
Because, like, yeah, you can go see Avengers Tower, and you can go find the Sanctum Sanctorum and the Matt Murdock's law offices, and it's like, and the neat thing about them is that, like, they aren't just like, oh, it's that building, you know, like, here is the building. Like, characters will say stuff about it, and, you know, it makes it feel like it actually is part of the world. Like, Spider-Man names Captain America and Iron Man, and it's just cool to have this game and to be like, it's cool of Marvel to give a studio like, here is your chance to make, you know, a world, a setting, a unique setting where you don't have to follow the quote unquote guidelines, you know?
Right.
I love what they did with Spider-Man, making him more of a gadget guy is really cool. The combat feels great. The web swinging is phenomenal. You just go around town. It feels just like Spider-Man 2.
which is all that
matters.
As long as the web swinging is
good. You've got tons of costumes to pick from, of course, and
Holy shit.
Did the really smart thing where instead of the standard ones you always get, they went out of their way and picked really obscure ones from like one-shot appearances that appear in nothing else.
Right.
Like fucking Cyborg Spider-Man, which is the best, dumbest it's ever been. God, I love Cyborg Spider-Man
it's
so
much.
It's so
stupid looking, and I love it.
They needed some excuse to give him a big, dumb robot arm. It's great.
They found it, by God. God,
it's so it's so dumb because it's like, you know, he needs the robot arm. He needs the arm like Cable. But it's not like we can't just cut off Spider-Man's arm, right? You know? you can't just cut off his arm and have him get a robot replacement. So what they did is he broke his arm, and that's a dynamic cast.
Oh, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. You're right.
It's the best. Oh, it doesn't get any dumber.
Doesn't get any more comic books than that, y'all. They wanted to find a way to give Spider-Man a robot arm, and they did, by God. Amazing. Amazing.
But yeah, man, this game is just... The DLC packs are all really good. They just put so much care and love into this, and this game is what AAA should be, you know? Like,
right, where it's still gamey as hell.
Yeah, this is a game that's just, like, crammed. Like, so, you know, Ubisoft's big thing is, oh, there are so many collectibles. You have to go all over the map and find the things. Well, you know what's not a problem? Collecting things when you're Spider-Man.
When your movement feels this good. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, Spider-Man understands that having good movement in a video game is maybe the most important aspect of a video
game. It's like, oh, you know how you have to scale the towers in Far Cry to fill out your map? What if you were Spider-Man and you could just swing to them?
Oh my God.
Guess what?
So much better.
Guess what's really fun? Just cranking out the entire map in 15 minutes.
Right? Yeah, it's so much better than just Ubisoft drive around collectathon.
Yeah. Oh, it's like all these like big like things about like major, you know, AAA games. It's like this game does it all right. All the problems.
Yeah.
It's all done right.
Right,
here.
absolutely.
And
yeah.
Boy, it's good.
Once Spider-Man is on sale, there will probably be like significant sale. There will probably be a Gorge episode about Spider-Man because like Enter the Spider-Verse gave me the itch.
It's and very clearly Marvel was like, yeah, you can make more because there's like There's like 3 sequel hooks in the base game, and then the DLC adds like 4 more. It's like
awesome. Perfect.
Like every scene is like, we'll meet again, Spider-Man, in Spider-Man 2.
It's just like a comic book. It's just like a comic book then. It's perfect. Find out in the next issue of Spider-Man. It's perfect.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
So pleased with even if 2018 was a bit of a sparse year for new releases, we both got something incredibly satisfying out of the deal.
Not even just like games that came out this year, but like just moments in general. We got some really, really good quality content out of this year.
Absolutely. Even if it was kind of like slim pickings for new releases, the content we did get, I mean, Return of the Obra Dinn, if it weren't for Celeste, Return of the Obra Dinn would be my game of the year, because Return of the Obra Dinn is phenomenal. It is stellar. It is shockingly good in every way, and it's just a little budget title made by one guy, you know?
Like that's the cool thing about doing Indie Week, is that we're always talking about how, like, man, if we weren't doing this once a month, I would have just blown right past this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the cool thing. Indie Week is a motivator for us to go out and get outside of our comfort zone and try all kinds of new interesting things. And Indie Week has expanded my vocabulary of good video games and changed just what I consider to be a standout title. And God, it has been probably one of the best ideas we've ever had, because it's just like the amount of games I've played this year is gone up tremendously.
Like your perspective changes on
yeah,
video
you're like, if a fucking indie video game made for like $20,000 can do it, then a AAA title. It's changed my opinion of AAA games. It's changed the types of video games I'm seeking out now. It's changed my opinion of what I think video games can do and how they can speak to me. Yeah, it's been phenomenal. It's been one of the best ideas we've ever had, to just sit down and really actively seek out small title games. And I cannot emphasize enough that if you are a listener of The Gorge, you should be doing the same. Yeah. You should keep your ears peeled at all times for cool indie games and seek them out and actively play them, because they will change your opinion of video games so much.
And sometimes you have to just take a risk, you know? Like, you can't rely on reviews, you can't rely on press to promote this game, because it's a smaller indie title. You won't get that kind of thing. Sometimes you have to watch a trailer, you have to look at screenshots and throw down the $20 sometimes. And
that was one shot. Yeah. That was one shot this year. One shot was definitely was fucking Feel on Twitter. Yeah. You know, Mr. Feel was being like, you have to play One Shot. So it's like, sure, let's give One Shot a try and see. And One Shot spoke to us intensely. Yeah. It's a simple little concept and a simple little video game, and it was an emotional experience.
I would have never played Valhalla. I would have never played Obra Dinn. I would have never played One Shot. Any of these titles, I would have never even thought about touching. I would have maybe added them to my wish list, but I would have never actually gone through and bought them. And I would have been missing out on some of these amazing experiences.
Yeah, it's interesting, because now it's like, if The Gorge ended tomorrow, and don't worry, we're not going anywhere, but if The Gorge ended tomorrow for some reason, I would still seek out indie games now. Yeah. Because I'm understanding.
Honestly, if The Gorge ended, we would probably still do Indie Week just between the two of us.
Just between the two of us. If something happened to our schedule and we just couldn't make time for The Gorge anymore, we would still play indie video games and text each other about it constantly. Because, I'm realizing, man, you can get such cool, enriching experiences out of very simple titles. And I cannot emphasize enough that you should be doing the same. That's the takeaway from 2018, especially when the AAA sphere, except for, one or two games, the AAA sphere has been so middling this year. And so if it's I can't think of a good video game to play, well, get out there and click on the indie tag on Steam, or on the Epic Games Store, or on the Discord store, and find a couple of little niche titles that sound interesting to you and give them a shot. there are games that we didn't review this year that I want to get into. I want to play Cultist Simulator. I want to play The Missing. I want to play Dusk. Stuff like that. Games that we haven't got a chance to. We may get to. Probably not Cultist Simulator. I know you didn't.
I mean, but also the thing with that is that it's hard to talk about the game because it's a card game. It's not a good Gorge episode, but still I played it. It wasn't for me, but I would have never played it if it weren't for Indie Week. And I still would like playing it. I was still like, oh, this is a notable experience, and I can see how people would like this. I stepped out of my comfort zone to try something new, and it didn't work out for me. But I tried it, and that's a cool feeling. That's a cool I feel better for having tried and realized that than I would have just not doing it at all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the beauty of Indie Week. So, with all of this talk this year of weak AAA games, the 2019 season of video games is still a couple weeks away. Kingdom Hearts 3 is probably the first major release of the floodgates. Vesperia is my exciting release, but Kingdom Hearts 3 is the big release.
Vesperia is the Silver Surfer, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is Galactus.
That's exactly what it is. You're so right.
Vesperia is going to fly down. Yuri's going to fly down on a surfboard and say, "I am here to warn you of the oncoming hunger." And then Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to rise over the horizon and just block out the sun.
And consume your entire life. That's what it is. So try some indie games. That's my advice. Play Celeste, play Oberdin, play Deltarune. Damn, Deltarune.
It's free.
Damn.
Play Deltarune.
It's free. Play Deltarune, play Undertale, it's $10. Play these video games. Play indie games. Do it, because this is the year to realize that. Yeah. So, that's our spiel. Good Gorgies.
Yeah, this is the Gorgies, and I hope everyone had fun this year.
We managed to end it on a positive note, even after talking shit about Fallout 76 and Randy Pitchford and Red Dead Redemption 2 and how awful 2018 was as a year. We still managed to end it on a positive note. So I still love video games.
I will admit that the next early months of 2019 will be very tumultuous for our schedule because of all these big games. But come June, when they're all beaten, you're just gonna get hit after hit after hit, quality episodes of The Gorge.
Oh, it's never gonna end, baby. Just stay with us. We've been doing. What have we been at this for 2 years?
Over 2 years now. Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
No, we're not going anywhere. So just give us these first few months of just kind of lower key episodes. We're still gonna do indie weeks. We're still gonna do the occasional, bigger games and stuff, but give us time to beat these games, and then we will have
we'll come back with hot takes that will blow your mind.
We'll get back to the 4-hour episode mark, just
I can't wait for them to what you say on Twitter when they were talking about Persona 5R.
Atlas to announce 3 more Persona 5 episodes of The Gorge.
And it's so true. I'm so annoyed.
Once that fucking remake comes out, and we're going to spend a whole episode talking about bonus content.
Oh, God. It's all Persona all the way down, baby. We're going to have to do another Vesperia episode. Right? I didn't fucking anticipate that. Jeez.
I remember we got done with our Vesperia, for a while. Our Vesperia episode was our longest one, and we're like, we're done with Vesperia. We cranked that out in one. No, there's more.
There's more. Be ready, folks. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Video games are good, Ben.
Video games are great.
Happy 2018 and happy 2019.
Yeah, happy 2019. Good luck, everyone, beating everything in 2019.
We're all gonna need it.
This is your reward for making it through 2018.
You survived the worst year ever, so now you get Kingdom Hearts 3 and Devil May Cry 5 and Resident Evil 2 Remake and Kingdom Hearts and fucking Tales of Vesperia Remaster. Oh god, there's so many video games. Oh god. It's never gonna end.
Then Smash DLC is still gonna... Joker's in Smash.
And Smash DLC... Joker is in Smash. What the fuck is going on?
Joker's gonna get...
Just you wait.
Joker's gonna get to hang out with...
Fucking Atlas is...
He's gonna get to hang out with his mom.
Yeah, Bayonetta. Yeah. Just you fucking wait, too. They're going to announce, like, the Dark Sun OVA for the P5 anime is going to air, and they're going to drop a bomb on us that's going to be like, hey, P5R? Yeah, it's coming out at the end of 2019. Have fun, bitches.
Fuck you.
And we're all just going to die. Fuck you. It's out in October, and then we're just going to die. You know? It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Okay.
So... I love video games.
I also love our music, people. I like Broke for Free. Thank you, Broke for Free. You can follow us on Twitter at The Gorge Podcast. You can email us at thegorgepodcast@gmail.com. And if you like other kinds of games, like all kinds of games with all new people, you can listen to Sarah's other podcast.
Hey, that was pretty good. Hey, I'm in another podcast called Big Gay Nerds, where me and a bunch of cool queer friends get together and we play tabletop games. Right now, we are playing Tentative Shock. It's a Kickstarted title, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm not in this one, but I'm going to be back probably in the next week or two for Blades in the Dark. It's our ongoing game right now, where we play as thieves in a cool, sort of gross, post-apocalyptic Victorian setting. It rules. You should come check us out. We're at Big Gay Nerds on SoundCloud, and you can find the links to the rest of our social media from there.
All right, that'll do it for us. Boy, this one's easy.
Fuck Randy
Pitchford and fuck Fallout 76. You deserve it.
And Red Dead Redemption. Fuck all of y'all.
For fucking stealing Celeste's goddamn award.
All of the awards. Oh, and Toei. There's a lot at the end of 2018. I'm beefing with everybody at the end of 2018, alright? Me versus the whole video game industry. Come follow me on Twitter and watch me talk shit to all of these idiots for ruining video games and then having Celeste come back and save all of them. Yeah!
You made me root for God of War, you bastards.
I've never been more excited for God of War to win Game of the Year in my life. I was just, if any other year, if it hadn't been for Red Dead Redemption, I'd be like, oh man, God of War. But no, God of War, I'll play God of War just for that reason alone.
Right.
Okay? Once God of War is like $20, I will play it just because it beat Red Dead Redemption. I'll be like, you know what? Yeah, you deserve this. You defeated the evil. The most easy answer was to give Game of the Year to Red Dead Redemption 2, but no, Christopher Judge in his stupid awesome suit came out and he punched Rockstar in the teeth and he took that award, and then Teal'c was like, this is my award now, and it was great.
Oh, that's who's gonna be in Smash. It'll be Kratos.
I wanted to just be Christopher Judge with a stupid fucking outfit.
Good night, everyone.